T-Funk television, y'all.
Back to another T-Funk TV.
Yeah, Sirski, back to another T-Funk TV. The T-Funk gang.
Welcome back to T-Funk TV. Smoke some, drink some.
Hey, yo, you see him on the phone? Hey, yo, hold up. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's time. Hey, yes, back to the rebirth of T-Funk television, y'all. It's the rebirth of the first channel. So everybody that was on T-Funk TV, get on over here to the rebirth of T-Funk TV. And drink something. Smoke something with your boy. And let me take you on this journey, and I promise y'all I ain't gonna leave you. I'll take you on this journey, and I promise I won't leave you. Let's go. Alright. Y'all. Man. This is some of the weirdest shit I ever seen. Being on state in North Carolina, y'all. This happened at Albemarle Corrections and Tillery, Falls, and Bladen. That's what they call the 500 men dorms, 4 different pods in the inside of the dorms, and I was in Tillery at the time. So I done probably been at Albemarle now, because I went back forth to Albemarle like 3 different times. I don't know why they kept sending me back and forth to that prison. You know, it's the STG camp, you know. But they kept sending me back and forth to that thing, man. When I get shit, bro, they'll just keep sending me back to Albemarle. So this is like my 3rd time. And they act like they keeping me this time. Like I'm really, yeah. I done been there for a little minute now. Did like 7 months there now. But a lot of times when I was in prison at this time, I was on the road going to court. I still had pending charges. So they had assigned me to Albemarle, because at first they were just letting me stay at Albemarle and taking me to court because it was closer to, where I was. I was way 6-7 hours away in Rayford County, close to Fayetteville. So I guess they were trying to get me closer the first 2 times. But this last time, they sent me there to be my assigned count. Yeah, this was where I was going to be at for a minute. So I done been there about 6-7 months. I'm really getting into the swing of things. I love this store because you can go to the store every day. Even they had night store where you can walk in the inside and go to the window. So I love that about it. I just hated that we was under some controlled movement. Like, it's a big-ass prison, bro. And I could imagine, they said you used to run around and mingle through everybody's dorm, man. As long as you back before your count. Well, got a new ward, and he shut that shit down. He used to be at a close custody prison, and he got his face broke over there. So he came and tried to be tough on us. I got a story about him. Me and him. Matter of fact, he's coming. So what's crazy is, one day they done called child, and this one of them shipping days. They done brought new people in. So when you in there and you affiliated, you gonna know about all the gangs that come in and gang members that come in. So, folks had got a couple people in. But it was just one weird about this one folk. And the thing about it, they got a saying, when they do you down bad, they gonna pumpkin head you. And boy, he came there with a pumpkin head, boy. Man, this man had knots on top of knots when he first got to our yard, bro. And you know what I'm saying? He kept coming to me. I done heard a lot about you. Want to talk about that gang shit, and I used to shove him off, bro. He was an aggressive acting dude, kinda. And bro, I could see why you done got rocked up. Because about a week or two, he was all in the mix over here, y'all, at our prison, staying in the stuff. But at first, we didn't know that he had done got violated at the other prison and got shipped down here for some, yeah. So, when he got to our prison, we just thinking he done got beat up. Like, he telling people he got gang and he was earning a dude out and they jumped him and all that. That's why he looked like that. He was trying to make it look good on his side. So he came to our yard trying to be kind of tough and all that. When his little knots and stuff started, you know, even with the knots, I ain't even gonna lie. Dude, first day, I sensed kind of aggressiveness. When he first came up to me, asking me about my affiliation and all that junk, brother. He done heard about me on the yard and all this. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it don't take number 2 minutes for me to talk to you. Really 30 seconds. And I can tell if I can deal with you or not. I done read you. I got good at that in prison. And I could tell I wasn't going to be able to fool this dude. He was a live wire. Because every time after that, he kept coming on some poke and prod and stuff. Every time he want to talk about gang stuff, but look, weird stuff was being said, bro, to where I about ready to fire him up myself, feel like, bro. I mean, he just was too much for me, bro. And I don't rock like that on state. Wow, running around and all that goofy shit like he was doing, bro. I always into stuff. Nah, I don't rock like that, bro. I don't rock like that. So, like I said, after about 2 or 3 weeks, his little knots going down. Oh, he done started doing little stuff. Like I said, he probably about 5'9", brown skinned dude, had a little brown afro. I mean, I had a little afro, y'all, a little bitty afro, about almost like an even haircut. Brown skinned dude, looked like he was the fuck up out there in the world. I think he had about 30 years or more. You know, ain't gonna do the whole time because he don't know how to set the fuck down. But, so, after he got used to the yard, I'm hearing about him, you know, smacked up the little white dude, took stuff from him. He just doing all kind of little stuff. But at the same time, he don't know them people trying to get in touch with his people at the other prison camp to find out why he came over here looking like that. And he claiming this over here. Well, about another week go by, boy, little rumors starting to come out on the boy. And you always see him in these, we call them boys in prison. That's the dudes who act like women. You always see him in their face. And like he try to, you know, he always got some little hee-hee-ha-ha going on. And like I said, birds of a feather rock together. Then he'll run back on this gangster shit. But if you're watching this man closely, and other people were seeing it too, because a lot of people was watching him. He had little small dealings with them. Yeah. So people starting to question him. His so-called brothers on the yard starting to question him. Like, bro, is you doing that weird shit? Because when you in the game, bro, you cannot get caught doing no homosexuality shit, bro. Period. So, cuz keep hopping around. They asking him, they warning him. And then, one of the big boys in black then got a hold of the big man on the yard where he was from. He came from close custody to medium. They gave him his mediums after that happened to him. That's why it was taking so long at first. He done got in touch with his people. And boy, I found out the unthinkable, y'all. So now they knowing the rumor on the yard is true. This man got violated for messing with them boys at that yard, y'all. At the other prison camp. He ain't get gang. He ain't beat nobody up. He ain't earn nobody out. Do all that. What he said. Yeah, I ain't gonna call him soft because he had came here and was terrorizing people. Done got in a couple fights. And was getting right. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. He was a little bully, a little bulldog. He had some little weight to him too. But he was messing with them boys on the low. So, let me tell you how they set him up, boy. Tell you how they set him up, boy. In prison, you could put sheets up on your bunk and stuff. And two of the boys had bunks down there in the back of the dorm. They had their sheets up. They done paid them punks, bro. Set that man up. They done paid them punks to set that man up. So what happened was, they done gave them two boys a nice little sack. Just looked out for them, put it like that. And they wasn't doing too much there. So you get sold out quick for a pack of noodles in prison. Let alone a whole bunch of stuff. Man. It was on the weekend where you could stay up to 2:30. People up gambling, everything going on around us. Little buddy that slid back there with them. Little buddy that slid back there with them. And he on the bed with the one. While the other done slid up there and alerted his people. Because in every dorm, you're going to have a couple of them in the dorm, which I don't care what gang you in North Carolina, there's going to be a couple of y'all in every dorm. He in the bed with the one boy. The other boy done went and told it. So now, about 4 or 5 of his bros, they done came back down there. Y'all, it's like 1:30 in the morning. Lights don't go out to 2:30. Everybody moving, mingling, everything going on. These boys don't slid back there in the back and pull that cover back. Why that man got his mouth on him, boy. Oh, yeah, they paid him to go all the way through with it, boy. They wanted to catch him in the action. They caught him in the action. When they caught him in the action, boy, you ain't hear nothing but Little Richard. A wop, bop, a loo, bop, a la, bam, boom. Boy, wasn't nothing but some furniture moving. Boy, they started whooping him, boy. Boy, they were beating up the punk because he was in the way. He had to slide and get out the way, boy. They were beating up the boy too, boy. Them boys got on him, boy. They got on him, boy. They put feet on him, and that's disrespectful when they do that. See, he had them lies, so they went to the ultimate. They put feet on that boy and everything. Y'all, I ain't even gonna lie. These four right here got sacrificed for the big homie. They didn't stop till the astronauts came in there. They fractured that boy's face. Because y'all know he had just took a beating at the other prison about a month before this. Real bad one. I told you he had knots on knots on knots. Man, they gave that boy a concussion. Fractured his face. Broke his arm. Broke one of his legs. He had internal bleeding. Broke ribs. Whooped him. Took him down through there. Cause it took the police about 10 minutes to get in there. And 10 minutes is a long beating when 4 or 5 people on you, bro. Yeah, he tried to fight back at first, but he couldn't. He had his pants down, cuz. Laying on his back. So all of us that were playing, we was playing Monopoly. Late night Monopoly, gambling. When the astronauts ran in there and before that, when we seen them whooping them, you know, everybody don't run back there like I said, because that's going to bring the police. But, you know, people get up and get to look and they hear that junk. They hear that. When you hear that, you know what's going on. And they in the very back where the emergency door at, y'all. That's what we call the red door. That's why they made sure dude And them boys slept back. That's why they made sure they got him back there. Bruh. And I know for a fact, y'all, they whooped him for about 10. By the time the police found out and ran in there, them astronauts come in there suited up, about 10, 15 of them ran up in there and got them boys off of them, made them get down and sprayed them. Hey, the boy was destroyed, y'all. They had done destroyed him. They had done destroyed him now. I'm telling you, they had done destroyed him. Like, them folks had to come and get that man in the helicopter. And they didn't pour him out. They didn't use no locks or nothing. To my recollect. And they might did now. But all I seen when I was looking back there was a whole bunch of feet and hands moving. Because I'm looking back. I'm trying not to get up. Then I got up a little bit. And, you trying not to bring the police, bro. Because your actions can get them caught. And then you'll be involved in something if they pinpoint it back to you. That's just how prison works. Small stuff domino effect to other stuff. You might not have been involved in it, but by you watching it and looking and getting up and you moving, and then one of their people be like, oh, he did too much, bro. The police seen him. He got, boom, now you involved. Now you involved. Now you got to do something. Now you might got to pull somebody out. Now you might got to hit with somebody. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you scary, bro, you out here doing wild stuff, bro, don't go to prison, bro. It ain't even about that, bro. Just don't go to prison, bro. Just don't go to prison, bro. Because I can't guarantee you that you're not going to get into it with nobody. If you go in there and try to walk the straight line as perfect as you can, bro, something probably going to still happen, bro. I'm telling you. Because you're just in a male environment where males, everybody want to try to be tough, and it's a bunch of male testosterone going on daily. You got a bunch of them woofing, but you got some of them ain't. So yeah, y'all, man, keep your nose clean, bruh. I'm going on 16 years, going on 17. All praises, ain't been locked up, jail or prison, y'all. That's why I can bring these stories to y'all, bruh. I'm praying daily, fighting these demons, bruh. To keep me sane, keep me doing the right thing. Like Spike Lee bars. Yeah, to keep me going, keep me motivated, keep me standing in front of this camera. So y'all, bro, don't go to prison, bro, doing that, and you a gang member doing that, bro, don't go in there doing that, period, bro. Because that junk gonna bring, I'm telling you, bro, that's one of the 5 don't go dudes in prison. Messing with them boys. I'm telling you. If you a boy and you going there doing that, then cool. But I'm just telling you. It's done been another banger. From the rebirth of T-Funk Television, y'all. I had 3,000 and some subscribers on T-Funk TV. Y'all get y'all honeys over here and subscribe to this thing. Because I ain't going to do nothing but keep bringing these hits, these bangers. Peace and love to all of y'all. Gang, I'm out.